It's okay not to have everything figured out before 30. I think the story we tell ourselves about the 20s, how exciting that time is and how much we should enjoy it, squeeze all the juice out of it that we can, is cap. I think the 20s is a period of time of confusion about who we are, what we want to do, while at the same time we're pressuring ourselves to make the right decisions. It's the time where we want to make the most money in the least amount of time while still being super balanced, hanging out with friends. It's the time where we still want to remember Nana's birthday. We want to hang out with our families, but moving out soon and becoming your own individual. It's a time where we want to enjoy the now, staying present while having a really polished social media account. It's a time where we have to act like adults but still feel like children. I'm 24 years old and I am on my way to figure out who I am, who I actually love spending time with, and what I love to do. Spoiler alert, it's not partying every single weekend. And I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to figure out what I actually enjoy doing, but I'm not perfect and I'm not there yet. It's an ongoing process and journey, but it's one that I trust. And I believe showing up medium rare, someone might learn something or they might share something that I might learn from. Some people are super lucky to know their purpose early on. And for others, it might not come as natural, myself included. Knowing all of the opportunities that are out there and me letting my capitalist side take over, I feel like a rushed heartbeat, thinking I should do more, I should be more, I should make more. I tend to let fear take over my current and present state, and it is super easy to get that distracted when all you see online is these badass people who are making so much more money than I am, who are so much more beautiful, who have everything completely figured out. They're building communities, they're building businesses, they're building brands. It is just very much easier to avoid our own problems and hang on to that world and staying where we are right now because it's so comfortable. You know what tomorrow will bring for you. And that is exactly what makes us stuck. We're holding ourselves back because we fear the outcome. What if I fail? What if they'll laugh at me? What if they'll judge me? Babe, what if you succeed? What if you made a whole new network of friends that loves you for you? The truth is that some people in this world will judge you. They will laugh at you. They will think mean things about you, because you are the one thing that they cannot be. For them, it's so much easier picking a route of hating than picking a route of love and developing, because that route is unpredictable. You don't know how you will develop, and they keep thinking those thoughts. What if I'll fail? What if I'll fail? Staying comfortable is for most people the best way of living life. But I know you're here because you have an urge for more. And for you to break through that wall of fear, ask yourself, how would future you, let's just say 5 years, feel about the haters? They would probably not give a shit because they already accomplished so much. And because that is the future version of you, you should probably listen to them because they already went through all of that. They know what they're talking about because they're exactly where you want to go. The downside right now is that you're feeling stuck. You're feeling lost. But hey, it's okay. Actually, feeling stuck and feeling lost is sometimes a good thing because it forces you to think of what you actually want to do. It's a sign of progress. It just means that you know that there's a purpose there for you. It means that you know that there's more there out for you. Luckily, we're all installed with a life purpose within us. Some people just have an easier time becoming aware of it than others. Other people, like me, have been ignoring my life purpose for so many years, doing the things I thought others would want me to do, being the person that others thought I was, feeding into their narrative, which made me move further and further away from my purpose, which obviously makes the road to my purpose even longer. So being right in the middle of the process of getting to know my truest self, here are some of my realizations. You will have to say no right now to say yes to something bigger and better. When you leave something behind in your life right now, You're opening up a new space within you for something bigger and better to take place. And when you start to think, feel, and act like the future version of you would, you're automatically releasing some of those old bad habits that are necessary for you to leave to welcome something new. And then you might ask, well, what are those bad habits? You already know. You know what those bad habits are. They might be drinking, smoking, if you had toxic relationships, if you have toxic friends. You have to let those go. You just have to get really honest with yourself. If you don't let some of these things go, you are already at full capacity. You can't let new things in for the future you. So you really have to choose here. The gifts will come in the weirdest wrappings. You're going to feel like a failure many times, but within every failure, there is a hidden opportunity or a lesson. Whenever life throws shit your way, ask yourself, what is the lesson here? And I know this is so much easier said than done. I think when you're standing in the middle of something that just happened to you, whether that be a breakup or a firing or anything, it's so hard to see what the lesson could be. And it's mostly easier some time after, when you have healed a little bit and you're thinking back on it. And if you try to think back on some of the situations you have been through, you will also come to the conclusion that you wouldn't be where you are today if you hadn't gone through that. So trust that everything you have gone through and everything you will go through serves a higher purpose. You will feel lonely. Loneliness is an almost guaranteed feeling when you're on a path of pursuing a better life for yourself. You have to find peace in solitude. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here, because we don't gatekeep. The beginning is always the hardest part. Going from having many friends to start reflecting on who they are and why you're hanging out with them is so weird, because you will most likely come to the conclusion that you're hanging out with them because that's just the way it's always been. Maybe there is no legit reason of why you're hanging out with them, but truth is, if they don't contribute to your happiness or support you in your dreams and goals, they don't deserve a seat at your table. Being your own biggest cheerleader is very important for the first while. The minute you decide to step out of the box and live as your most authentic self, the people close to you will doubt you. And they most likely will do this out of love because they don't want to see you hurt yourself, or they don't want to see you fail. And they probably have a hard time cheering you on, believing in you, because they have never stepped out of the box themselves. Human beings have a tendency to only believe in the things we can physically see. So when you're coming there telling them your next new idea or your goals or your dreams, they will start doubting you because they can't see the outcome yet. And this is why it's so important, because when you keep going and when that outcome naturally forms itself into reality, then they will start believing in you. But this takes determination and persistence, and it takes that you are your own biggest cheerleader. People will not understand. People will not understand you because they have never had the courage to actually do something like this before. So naturally, they don't know what's at stake. They imagine the possibility of failing way more than the possibility of winning. And that's why they never dare to step outside the box. Even though they might want to, and maybe they're even longing for it, they still don't dare. Some people close to you might judge you, questioning the things you're telling them and making you feel like you have to justify your dreams for them. You don't. Ask yourself if these people are worth it and make your peace with them. If you have to tell them goodbye to welcome a new hello, that's okay. I'm still getting to know myself more and more every day by the choices I make. I am aware that my choices yesterday, the choices I make today, and the choices I make tomorrow determines my future. And yet, I'm still confused on how I want my future to look like. It's completely normal not to know your life purpose. And being in the personal development industry for a couple of years now, I know people who found their life purpose in the age of 70. So if you are a person in your 20s, take a breather. Relax. I don't think we actually know how much time we have to figure out what we love to do. And when we do figure it out, that decision is never set in stone. You can change directions anytime you want. The key really is to lean into faith and to trust that there's a lesson for you in every success and in every failure you meet. I have an affirmation for you this week that will help you become more aware of your life purpose. It goes like this. I'm so happy and grateful now that I accept that each action I take brings me closer to where I need to go, and that the better I know myself, the clearer my purpose becomes. It is so. Thank you. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful day. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, I would love to hear them in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.